Static? Yeah, well, I can't really tell because he's just in the ground, but I'm assuming. Yeah, but you're not seeing it. Right. Hey, Reese, right now yours has all kind of little staticky lines going across it and all that stuff. It's like a transmitter or something. Is there something I can do from my end to make it better? Reese. Drew, I'm going to you already. Hang on. Yeah, hang on. Yeah, Drew, you're fine. Reese is still got static. You got them. We got them everywhere. Okay. You got 2 minutes.
Rossi, you ready?
Yeah, Drew, you look good. Reese has dropped off and his is still staticky, but he's not on the Discord anymore. Okay. Okay.
1 minute, Mike. 1 minute. John, 1 minute. 1 minute, John, and I'll be going live. Shout out to cameraman John Jones, Big Cheese, Reese Lenny. We got a heck of a crew here today, man. This is a primetime crew on a Thursday night. 45 seconds.
Got the beautiful angles, the $30,000 in equipment on the field.
They can't hear us, right?
Nope.
You know for a fact.
I got to turn you on right there.
Okay.
There.
Okay.
Oh, wait, hang on.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Otis Spencer Stadium, home for the homecoming Carver Tigers as they lay host to Shaw High School. Thursday night football, Thrift Behringer, Mike Frost, Raiders in Carver. 20 years ago, this would have been the best matchup in the entire state. This year, it's the #1 behemoth Carver taking on a struggling 1-5 Raiders. Mike Frost, what are you looking forward to with tonight's game?
I'm looking for Carver to come out explosive, come out fast, come out hitting. I believe it's going to be a big ball game here. They're going to come out hard. I don't see it being close too quick. Hopefully it will. Hopefully Shaw will come out fighting. But you got a Carver team that's coming in averaging 52 points a game, only giving up 7 on defense. They've got plenty of tackles for loss on their end. The offense, with her throwing 8 touchdowns already this year, 835 yards from the freshman. You've got the backfield back there, all 3 in the triple head in the backfield, 350 yards or more. So, I mean, it don't matter who you get the ball to here. Even the basketball star Woodson, TJ, at the wide receivers, got 4 touchdowns catching already this year. So,
by the way, Sebastian Hurd, Mike Frost, already been offered by Georgia. Zach Watts been offered by every SEC school you can think of. Castlin and Tarver are great. Tristan Gibbons, he hadn't even played the last couple of days. He's already committed to A&M. Boogeyman Brown. I mean, they have a bunch of scary players. Now, on the flip side, let's talk about Shaw. Now, this is not your Uncle Shaw. We were talking about this off air. This is not Charles Flowers Raiders. But right now, Shaw, I feel like, has not lived up to expectations that I had for them this year. That doesn't mean the expectations were right, Mike. But they're 1-5 coming into this game. What do they need to do to keep it close? Keep this game competitive heading into the second half.
Well, they've got to play discipline on defense. I know a couple of the times that we've watched them play, it's been a little bit of an up-and-down game for them as far as consistency goes, as far as playing their gaps on defense, and also minimizing mistakes on the offensive side of the ball. But whether it's turnovers, penalties, just mental errors, we've seen a lot of that going on this year. So if they can get all that kind of in place and play an A-plus game tonight, they can keep it close. Not saying that they're going to cause the upset here, but they can keep it close at least for a half or so, because Carver's depth and Carver's size will just take over second half regardless. It
is Carver and Shaw. It's homecoming for the Tigers. We'll have a great matchup. I have an incredible crew. Shout out to Jonathan Jones, the camera guy. We also got Big Cheese, Reese Lennick, dominant crew here tonight. And to bring you all the action, Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back after this. You ain't got to come back.
Real recognize real. Real taste, unmistakably Sprite. Real refreshment, crisp lemon lime. Sprite, obey your thirst.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Welcome back, everyone. We're about 2 minutes away from starting here. Coin toss just happened, and Mike, I think and Shaw will receive the football. So Coach Gardner's team wants to come out and get off to a hot start. And Carver in their menacing black jerseys, ready to rumble. Young man rumble outside of that Carver Tigers banner. Shaw trying to bounce back and turn what has been a up and down season into a positive. If they could pull off what would be an incredible upset.
And Carver also came out with their two. It looks like good news right there. I'm not sure if it means he's playing or not, but to have Tristan Givens, the captain, out there on the field, coming back out on that defensive line. I saw him a couple weeks ago when they played Harris County out here, and he had him a couple of Jadeveon Clowney hits on those running backs for the Tigers. So might see some play to him and both Parker Pritchett, the offensive tackle, is also heading on to the next level. 6'5", 310. He's out there as well. I mean, this is menacing on both sides of the ball for Carver.
And here come the Tigers and the Raiders. Shaw versus Carver on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Should be a fun one here tonight. Raiders will receive. Carver trying to stay undefeated because they have a massive game at Sumter County in Americus, Georgia next week that potentially could be for a region championship, but Carver's got to get through Shaw here tonight. Sumter's got to play Spencer, and I'm telling you right now, Joseph Keglett's got something for Sumter. They're not just going to roll over and say, hey, it's you and Carver. I promise you that. So I can't wait for that one tomorrow night right here at Otis Spencer Stadium. Sebastian Hurd, the freshman quarterback. You see him, well, you can't see him, but he is kneeling right now, getting ready to take on the Raiders. How about the freshman, man? Come in an ideal situation? No. When you take over a program that just won it all, looked like to be the favorite, and you step in with that pressure situation and playing the way he has, that is very impressive, and hence why Kirby Smart in Georgia probably already offered him, man.
Oh, exactly. I mean, he's a smart kid, intelligent kid, come out there with a kind of mental toughness to take over an offense, like you said, that won the state title the year before. You're coming in as a 14-year-old freshman, the box-top assassin, the lefty out there, being able to do what he needs to in order to keep this Carver offense thriving. I mean, 52 points a game, they're not so much struggling with a freshman at quarterback. So I believe he's doing an amazing job out there. And they got him for 3 more years after this. So
Carver will kick it off. Set to receive from Shaw.
he takes it up the field.
Yep, and that is going to be returned by, I think that is number 9 from the Shaw Raiders, which is Robert Bailey, and we're going to see Shaw come out. Last week, they played against Columbus. They didn't get past the 40-yard line, had a tough game moving the football, lost 17-0. Aaron Grant is not in at quarterback right now. He was a starter last week. Back in is Dalen Peterson. So we'll see if Peterson can jumpstart this Raiders offense, and we're underway here Thursday Night Football. He'll get out a screen pass to Robert Bailey, and Bailey trying to make a few juke moves. Carver was there and no gain. Actually, he lost probably 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah, that was great out there on the edge by the defense. Great pursuit by the defensive backs, being able to break the tackles. Travis Murphy able to get upfield, the captain for the game for the Tigers tonight. Making Bailey try to make a couple moves, ends up losing about 4 yards on that one.
And handoff and flipping smokes. Otis Stevens getting upended, nothing on the toss sweep, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
2 plays for Shaw so far, 2 tackles for Travis Murphy out there on the edge. They're trying to attack him out there and get out wide, but he's not giving up any ground for the Carver defense. Now it's going to set up about 3rd and 12.
Third down. Peterson directing Robert Bailey in motion. Peterson takes a snap. Peterson steps up. He's going to take off and run, not have much, and it just falls down. Coming in there to lay the boom was number 25 from the Carver Tigers, Dejon Daniels. And I'll bring up fourth down for Shaw.
Yeah, the 5'9", 230-pound junior at middle linebacker was able to find out that, look upfield, see the quarterback in that zone coverage, and he was like, yeah, I don't think you're going to get too far here, buddy. Got upfield. He went on ahead and took a little bit of a dive, avoided the hit, setting up 4th and long here, punt situation.
Yeah, so set to return is the man, the freshman sensation that everybody's talking about, Zach Watts.
He's got 2 punt return touchdowns already this year.
4 of them called back. He could have 6. And, yes, I said that right, 4 of them, and then a penalty on Shaw. It's one of the things that's really killed the Raiders. Any momentum they get, they always seem to hurt themselves, it seems like, every single time with bad penalties, pre-snap or holding, and they need to make sure they can. And actually, this one was on Carver, but I don't think it's going to change the mindset of the Raiders in punting it.
Nah, it looks like McKevius Yancey jumped off sides on the edge there trying to hurry up and get a block on that punt. Thankfully for them, it's still 4th down.
And he's coming free on the punt. Stevens did a good job kind of clipping him. The ball will go straight up in the air and downed at the 39, and we'll receive that sensational Carver Tigers offense led by the freshman himself, Sebastian Hurd. And I know everybody talks about Zach Watts, and the freshmen are a great story. But Kelson Popcorn Tarver, who leads the area and runs, yards per game. Jacoby Castlin may be the most electric athlete. There are so many stars across the board for the Carver Tigers, Mike.
Oh, yeah, you come into the game, you got Tarver with 723 yards and 11 touchdowns. Castlin's got 452 and 9, and the freshman Watts at 343 and 8. So, that's 28 touchdowns on the ground just between 3 running backs, 6 games into the season.
And handoff up the middle, and there goes Popcorn Tarver, 12 yards on the kickoff. On the opening carry.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're looking to do here. Just kind of take them to the woodshed, just move the ball on the ground.
Handoff again. Popcorn Tarver breaks free. Popcorn Tarver in the secondary. He's at the 30, the 25, pushed out of bounds, and you're seeing already why he leads the area and rushing right there. Tarver with a big game, but there is an injured Carver Tiger on the field. That looks like Martez Huff. I think that's 19. But what we will do is take a injury timeout. So Jack Houston Moore injury timeout. We'll be right back after this.
Life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
For a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama.
Welcome back, everyone. It's first down inside the 25-yard line. Handoff again to Tarver. Tarver this time will not break any tackles, and I'm going to give credit to number 23 from the Raiders, Chris Logan.
Yeah, he got right in there. They had a little bit of a gang tackle situation going on. He was able to get in there and clean it up, getting that tackle for loss for the Shaw Raiders here. About 3 back on that one's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 26.
Second down and 14, and there is a pre-snap penalty. And he's pointing at a Raider, so I think this may be on Shaw on second down and long.
Yeah, he may have lined up in the neutral zone on that one, trying to get a quick little advantage on the edge. And that's going to set him up 2nd and 8 now.
So 2nd down and 8 because of the pre-snap penalty. Carver in the backfield. Sebastian Hurd hasn't had to throw a lot of passing touchdowns on the season, Mike, because he's 8-4. They got Tarver with 11 touchdowns, Castleton with 9, Watts with 8.
Yeah.
Watts has got 10 touchdowns on the season. It could be more than that. And there's Sebastian Hurd, and he overshoots his intended target. That was number 16, Jamoni Bryant. Had him open there across the middle. Mike just kind of overthrew him, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, he basically had his choice there which one to throw it to. It was either going to be Bryant or Woodson. Woodson had his hands up, but at the last second, that DB decided to break once the ball was in the air to get over and try to help out with that safety in the middle. So either way, he could have picked his poison. He just kind of overshot his man in the end zone. Here we go, 3rd down and 8.
So 3rd down and 8, and it's a handoff to Tarver. Tarver almost breaks a tackle, but good job by Chris Logan holding on, and it will bring up 4th down and about 5 or 6.
It's going to be 4th and 5 inside the 20 now. You can kind of bet that, yep, Carver's going for it here.
Yeah, they are, and they may be trying to draw them offside as they'll look towards and the sideline. They finally get the signal. Snap. Hurd under duress. Taken down, and he's thrown down. The ball is loose. And no, that is going to be a sack. And how about Shaw's number 55, Noah Hart, coming up with a big play.
Hart busts through the middle of the line there, gets to Hurd. Hurd had nowhere to go. He tried to make a move in the pocket, couldn't get anywhere. Hurd throws him down to the ground. Looks like it may have been a recovered fumble there like he threw it, but either way, it would have been Shaw's ball with it being 4th down, and here we go.
Huge play for the Raiders. They needed it desperately, and they get a turnover on downs. Big-time play by that Shaw Raiders defense. Here comes Peterson and the offense. Can they get something going here against Carver? Peterson gets it out quickly, caught by number 13, Trenton Patton. And that will be about a 6-7 yard gain. And if you're Shaw, that's what you got to play. Short, intermediate throws. Get the ball out quickly because Boogeyman's coming and so is Givens. So you want to make sure that Peterson's not getting lit up by those guys. And you're seeing that was a good 1st down play.
Oh, you can tell their game plan right now is to get the ball out wide, get it out there quick, get their guys in space against this Carver defense. So we'll see if they can keep this up going. I mean, halfway through the 1st quarter, still a tie ball game. Shaw's got some life in them right now.
You want to keep the ball out of the hands of the Carver Tigers. Sidearm pass, and he was open because Carver gave him a lot of open space there to try to maneuver, but it hit the ground first. Peterson rushed that throw. He was looking for Marquell Charleston.
Yeah, he just kind of leaned on his back foot there and kind of went with a sideways motion, kind of sidearming it like a baseball reliever, and it just kind of sailed on him short. Receiver wasn't able to come up with it.
And he's going to be taken down by a sack, and it's going to be a scoop to the goal line. And guess who came in to make the absolute obliteration? Tristan Givens, the A&M commit. Blind side, not blocking there, Mike Frost, and that's going to be a turnover, 1st and goal, Carver.
Yeah, Tristan, don't call me Clowny Givens.
Ah!
Getting upfield. Blindside hit. Ball immediately comes loose out of the hands. Carver almost did the scoop and score. Able to drag him down at the 8-yard line. Just as we was talking about the momentum Shaw had on their side, Carver Givens just said, nah, we're going to take that back on our side here. So,
and he was absolutely leveled. And there's going to be a handoff. Castleton to the outside, reverses field, nothing going, and a big-time loss. That's close to 10 yards there. A host of Raiders, including number 5, and I'm going to give credit to Braylon Lewis, the senior. Shaw's defense come to play, Mike.
Oh, they have. They're getting upfield. They know they need to shoot gaps and kind of cause a little bit of havoc in the backfield at the line of scrimmage. if you move the line of scrimmage a little bit and get upfield in these gaps, you can stop a lot of the momentum these running backs get. Don't give them that time to be able to make cuts and get upfield.
Handoff up the middle, Castlin. Castlin, big hole, and gets to the original line of scrimmage and more. And it'll bring up 3rd down and manageable, or 3rd and goal for Carver.
Yeah, we'll see if they can get in there from here. It's 3rd and goal. Last time they tried to run up the middle, and he was stopped for 3.
By the way, Northside already scored on Monday's Mill that leads 6-0. We also got that game on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Hand up to Castlin. Castlin, nothing. Good defense again by the Raiders. Bend but don't break. 4th down. And is Carver going to go for it here? Or are they going to take the points on 4th and goal?
Yeah,
and I think they're yelling field goal.
And that's one thing you can say about Shaw coming into this game even. There's one thing about the inconsistencies they've had on both sides of the ball, but you can't take away the athleticism these kids have. They got the athletes to be able to play with almost anybody. It's a matter of turning that game on. And right now on the defensive side of the ball, they are playing lights out right now against this Tiger offense.
Been impressed with the energy you've seen so far from the Raiders. In to kick the field goal attempt is Kendrick Spencer. Spencer is low snap. Picked up good by Sebastian Hurd, and how about that? Right down Main Street. Shaw holding on and only giving up a field goal after the turnover. It's 3-0 on Carver's homecoming. We'll be right back after this on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Carver's homecoming. It's Mike Frost. It's Thrift Behringer. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live Thursday Night Football. And we are presented by Coca-Cola, Glenn Smith, Kinetic Credit Union, and, of course, Houston Clinic. And that is going to be a kickoff that's going to be returnable by Robert Bailey. Robert Bailey to the 20. Robert Bailey doesn't get to the 20. Robert Bailey's still on his feet. And this time he'll be thrown down, and Shaw will take over. You get the turnover on downs. You get a good first down pickup. 3rd down, nothing. 2nd down, nothing. Then 3rd down comes. You get leveled on a blindside tackle, and then all else fails. And that's pretty much been the epitome of this Raiders offense this entire year, Mike.
Oh, yeah, especially when you got a guy on the edge with Carver like Tristan Givens. They started out, they could tell they wanted to get it out wide, get it out quick. As soon as he catches a snap, throw it out wide. But that time Givens was able to get to him, pretty much came upfield untouched and was able to get that blindside sack, caused the fumble.
And ball out quickly to Robert Bailey. Again, Robert Bailey gets 5 or 6 yards. First down has obviously been successful so far. But it's 2nd and 3rd down is where they're not managing to pick up positive yards. It'll be 2nd and about 5 after the good first down gain.
Yeah, right now you can tell they're kind of treating those quick-hitting passes like their own run game. They know it's going to be a tall task to try to run the ball against this Carver front. So they're just trying to get it out. So they're going to treat the slots and everybody as an extension of their run game right now. Got a false start on that one now. They set themselves back again.
Another pre-snap penalty that goes against the Raiders. So everything they just got on first down is now negated because of the 5-yard penalty. 2nd down and 10 for Peterson and the Raiders. Dalen takes the snap. Dalen throws a long bomb. And, oh, man, what coverage there. And that was locked down by number 6.
Jamarcus Davis able to get up there and make that one. The 6'1", 190 senior playing on an island out there in the corner trying to do his best Darrell Revis impersonation.
Great defense, man.
Yes, it was. He was blanketing him the whole way downfield. Turned his head just in time to get his hand up and make that play.
It's 3rd down and 10 for Peterson in the Raiders offense. And this is where Givens, number 11, who just already has 1 sack and a forced fumble, and he is lined up off the edge. He's actually going to go into coverage. Peterson's going to throw a bomb, and it's going to be almost caught, and then it's caught off the ricochet. Are you kidding me? And then a flag comes down. What a play. Number 13, Trenton Patton, is the one that had it in his hands, knocked out, and Marquell Charleston, number 8, comes down off the ricochet. And there's the positive play the Raiders have been looking for all season long.
Yeah, he kind of threw it up on a wing and a prayer. You had a little bit, the flag came in. I guess it was an early hit with maybe a defensive pass interference with the ball shot straight up in the air. Great concentration there by Marquell Charleston to be able to ring that one down, dove for it, landed on the ground, kept it in control. That's going to set up Shaw Raiders with 1st down in Carver territory now inside the 45-yard line with another 15 tacked on. It's probably gonna be about the 28 now.
We got another Jack Houston Memorial injury timeout. And that is number 7, Travis Murphy, that came up gimpy. The penalty now will give them an extra 15 yards off the ricochet. And Shaw's in business. They're further right now against Carver than they were at any point last week against Columbus High. They're set up inside the 28. And sometimes you just got to trust your players, man. And that, you're right, he stepped up, he heaved it, and his guys made a play. That's all you're going to ask sometimes.
Oh, yeah, every now and then when Lady Luck's on your side a little bit, it helps out. Sometimes you'll pick luck over skill any day of the week, and just being able to make that throw downfield and trust his receivers, somebody to come up with it. They just flipped the field here. That was basically a 52-yard play when you add in the penalty. Huge momentum swing for the Raiders on offense, who've been struggling so far.
Sorry about the clock, everyone. I'm blaming myself for that because I'm trying to run the clock and call the game, but it's at 2:48. I know it says 2:23 on your screen. Hand off to Otis Stevens. Stevens makes one man miss, and he's not going to get out of the grasp of big number 51, Nuke Simons, the defensive lineman. And Nuke coming in with the big hit, 2nd down and long.
Yeah, that's one thing you can't really do too well against this defensive front for Carver is be able to run the ball unless you've got 280-pound guys with a lot of skill and a lot of technique. Between Givens and Simons and all those guys up front, it's going to be hard. Brown, everybody.
Peterson takes a snap on 2nd down. Peterson is going to just throw it, and I don't know if he was outside the tackle box. I was told he just has to have one toe out of it, and that will not be considered intentional grounding. No flag comes out, 3rd down for Peterson. Nice job at least getting it out of his hands because he was nowhere to go with that one.
Yeah, I thought he was hit initially already, and it looks like the referee just dropped the flag. He was checking to see where the ball was released compared to where they had the ball lined up to begin with. Looks like they're going to get him for intentional grounding now after he saw where the ball was thrown, that he didn't get out of the pocket, and there were really no receiver in that area as well as he just kind of spun and threw it.
And now there is a flag, and actually this one's going to be on Shaw.
Yes.
So it is intentional grounding. So they did meet back up and say that that was intentional grounding. So they're going to put 15 yards on it.
I believe that's a loss of down as well.
Yeah, and loss of down. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, after that big play, they seem to just shot themselves in the foot again here. That sets them back to the 43-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 25.
Which is like 3rd and a mile against Carver.
Yes, exactly. It's another thing where they got that big play to get downfield, and they just kind of do something, mental errors, mental mistakes. Looks like we're going to get a timeout from the Raiders now as Coach Garner comes out there to talk to his offense.
We'll take a break, too. We'll be right back after this Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
college, Kinetic Credit Union is still the best way for me to stay connected here and at home. With the Kinetic mobile app, I have control of my accounts wherever I go. I can easily transfer money between internal and external accounts, get money faster by setting up recurring transfers, and I can find the nearest ATM or branch right from my phone. Plus, I can add my Kinetic cards to my phone's digital wallet and enjoy quick, secure, contactless payments. By the way, Mom, I need some more money.
Kinetic Union, the energy for your dreams.
Chattahoochee River, City Mills blends historic charm with modern luxury. Stay in boutique-style rooms designed for comfort, just steps away from fine dining at Millhouse Kitchen and Bar. If you're planning a celebration, our event center offers stunning river views, elegant spaces, and a brand new riverside tent, perfect for weddings, receptions, and special gatherings, rain or shine. Whether you're here to relax, explore, or create lasting memories, City Mills is where history meets hospitality.
Welcome back, everyone. 3rd down and 25 for Peterson and the Raiders. And here comes Givens. He's held, and he's going to get a sack anyway. Givens comes through the block, gets held, and still gets his 2nd sack of the game. Welcome back, young man.
Yeah, he came off the edge with just a burst of speed. The left tackle had no way to be able to get to him there, as he just kind of cut up, made one little swim move inside, got upfield, and got to the quarterback and slung him down to the ground. Even with the hold, they couldn't stop him. Too explosive, too strong, too fast for Tristan Givens, who's going to be an Aggie next year down in College Station.
And 4th down at the 50. They needed to get to the 18, and after the incredible play, Shaw will stall out. Fourth down.
See if they can try to pin him here at least and make Carver have to work the whole field. Now you get offsides.
Jamarcus Davis is set to return. And then offsides on Carver, bring them up 5 yards.
I say it won't affect the play calling at all, as now it just moves it to 4th and 27 instead of 32.
Low snap, but he'll get the punt off. Line drive punt that Davis would overrun. And it's going to get an incredible Shaw bounce, and they will down it inside the 3-yard line.
Yeah, it's just what he needed there to be able to get it down there. Drop down, had the perfect spin on it. His guys were able to get into it and bring it to cover it. Looks like they're going to actually spot the ball at the 4. Maybe his momentum took him down further inside, but nice little 41-yard punt to pin him inside the 5-yard line, and now Carver's got to go 96 yards in order to get their first touchdown.
And again, exactly right, Mike. 51 seconds left. Here in the first quarter, 3-0 game. Carver's going to have to go 96 yards to do something with this football.
Most teams in this kind of situation would try to run the ball up the middle just to give themselves a little bit of room away from the goal line.
Yeah.
But with the talent that Carver has on that side of the ball, I mean, he could end up popping one deep right here just to set everybody and get them off.
Would not be shocked, and it's going to be a handoff to Watts. Watts breaks free. That's actually Caslin, and Caslin gets 6 or 7 yards there. .35 seconds left here in the quarter. Up-tempo offense led by the Carver Tigers. Handoff up the middle again. This time it's Watts. Watts breaks a tackle and does all that for about a yard. 20 seconds and counting. Maybe the final play of the quarter. And Carver's going to hold it. And a closely contested game. Raiders holding on defensively. Carver leading 3-0 on homecoming. We'll take a break. It's 3-0 Carver on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Perdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back, everybody. Third down and short for Carver. Deep inside Carver and Shaw territory, Mike Frost, Rip Behringer. Thursday Night Football here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Been impressed with Shaw, haven't you, Mike?
Oh, yeah. Defensively, they've had made a lot of great plays to keep this Carver offense from being as explosive as they have been all year. If Shaw can just find a way to be more consistent on offense with some of the plays they've had, they could be swinging the other way right now. Looks like there's going to be a delay of game on Carver as they took too much time coming out of the timeout. I could tell earlier the official was clapping his hands trying to get them to hurry out of their little timeout between the quarters. And
no offense, it's one thing I will never understand, how you can get a delay of game after a timeout.
Oh, exactly. That's always a frustrating move, especially when you're this deep.
How about Hurd getting it out quickly and finds his target? He's right at, and that is Marte Sears, right at the first down marker. And I think they're going to say he got enough for the first down. Good job by Hurd, getting the ball out quickly, finding the open hole in the zone, and getting the first down.
Yeah, that was a great job to get upfield and get to that marker and kind of just turn around in the zone and be able to catch the ball and make sure he got there. Sometimes you make some mistakes where you cut the route a little bit short and you don't get to the line of gain, and he was able to do so and keep this drive going.
Northside up big right now on Monday's Mill early in that one. It's homecoming for the Patriots, too. Handoff up the middle. Watts breaks a tackle. He loses the football, and Shaw may have hopped on it. Holy smokes, he had an incredible play, and the freshman turns it over, and another big-time play by that Raiders defense. Turnover on downs as Carver was driving deep last quarter, and then here they'll get it deep in Carver territory with the fumble. Maybe that was just one of those plays. He was working so hard to get those extra yards. He runs so tough, Mike, kind of lost focus, and the ball pops out.
Yeah, he was kind of trying to make an extra play there with the guy around his legs. And when he did, somebody came through and looked like they clipped his arm, and the ball went flying in the air. Unfortunate mistake by the freshman here, giving Shaw the ball inside the red zone to start this possession.
So Dalen Peterson and Shaw will start inside the red zone. He'll take the snap, and it's going to be thrown up in the air and could have been intercepted. He tried to find Grant, and then there's flags coming out. Wow.
I don't know if they're going to call it. To me, it didn't look like defensive pass interference because he was going up for the ball initially. I'm not sure what the call is going to be here, but you had both of it. Yep, it's going to be defensive pass interference according to the back judge. But it looked like Travis Murphy was just going up trying to high point it to get the interception. Aaron Grant ran into him as he was backing up. But I guess since it was before the ball got to him, they ended up calling defensive pass interference. So that's going to set Shaw up a little bit closer, maybe half the distance here. I'm not sure if it was in the end zone or not, if they'd move it up closer. But it looks like they're going to be at the 10-yard line now, first and goal.
So it's first down and goal for the Raiders because of the penalty. Can Shaw get the first touchdown of the game? By the way, this quarter is sponsored by State Farm Carol Perdue, your local State Farm agent. I love Carol Perdue and what she represents for everywhere in this area. She's the top State Farm agent in Phoenix City, but she also can represent those in Georgia. Thank you to Carol Perdue, who sponsored this quarter. And it's going to be a handoff. Not much going there. Number 22 for Shaw, Woodrow Clay, was on the carry, bring up second down.
Yeah, it looks like he lost about 2 yards on that one, bringing it back to the 10. That was my mistake earlier. I thought it was going to be first and goal. They didn't move the chains, so now that's going to make it second and about 3, as it was apparently first and 1. I don't think I've ever had to say first and 1.
Yeah. So, weird. Penalty mark also. They technically can get, I think that's to about the 7 there, Mike, for a first down. Hand off to Clay. No, it's going to be kept by Aaron Grant, and he wasn't going to get anything there. Carver was all over it. He'll bring up third down.
Yeah, you immediately go from first and 1. That's another thing. I mean, it's the little bit of errors here. You make 1 step forward, a literal 2 steps back for Shaw now. Went from first and 1 on the 8-yard line. Now you've got 3rd and 6 from the 13. Again, they still got a chance to get a first down here and still keep possession without having to score a touchdown. But
think about the confidence, Mike, that Shaw will get if they can get a touchdown here and take the lead in the second quarter against the number 1 team in the entire state.
Oh, yeah, and if you're Coach Garner, you're really happy with your defense right now, and you're starting to trust them a little bit more.
And Peterson's going to be taken down for a loss. Big-time sack coming in off the edge there. Jaden Taylor, the linebacker, 4th and long.
Yeah, the 6'1", 210 sophomore coming off the edge on the blitz there was able to get around, basically untouched. No chance for the quarterback. Is another blindside sack coming off of him.
You want to say you got to get the ball away quickly, but somebody's not communicating with him that they're coming, and that's disappointing into the drive, and they are going to attempt a field goal to try to tie it.
He's going to be about a 39-yarder here.
Yeah, my math wasn't mathing last week, but we did see a long field goal last week, and the field goal's up and is not going to have near the leg. Good attempt there by Xavier Allender. It was partially blocked, too, and Shaw gets the turnover, doesn't capitalize, and that will be a missed field goal attempt. Carver 3, Shaw 0, 8:50 here in the second. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
I want to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphrey, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to Phoenix City Zaxby's.
Welcome back, everyone. This quarter is sponsored by State Farm, Carol Purdue. Thank you to Carol Purdue and the State Farm agency in Phoenix City. Toss sweep, and there goes Zach Watts. Excuse me, that is not Watts. Yep, that is Zach Watts. Doesn't get much there.
Yeah, great tackle there by Braylon Lewis, the senior off the edge, being able to get upfield and bring down the explosive Watts for just a 1-yard gain. Get that boy out in space. There's no telling what he can do, but great defensive play there. Shaw's defense has been on fire so far tonight, playing very smart, very aggressive. Holding Carver to just that field goal where they had already had the ball near in the red zone after a turnover.
Sebastian Hurd is going to keep it and run and got a lot of space, slides down and gets positive yards to bring up third down and manageable here for the Tigers.
You got about 7 on that one. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 now. Nobody open downfield. He just tucked the ball and ran.
And that one is going to be another big-time play by Savion Joseph. Wow. 3rd down, and they get nothing. Shaw will bring up 4th down. Raiders defense have come to play here.
Yeah, these kids are playing lights out right now on that side of the ball. Like you said, Savion Joseph came up to clean up after Braylon Lewis again in the middle of that one, being able to stop him on the edge. these outside run plays aren't doing too well for the Carver Tigers, but here they go going for it inside the 30 with 4th and short.
And then they want a timeout. So we'll take a quick one, too. Carver and Shaw in a good one here in homecoming night on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll be right back after this.
Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back, everyone. Again, this quarter is sponsored by State Farm Carroll Purdue. 4th down here, Mike, and it looks like Carver's going to go for it.
Yeah, a lot of optimism and confidence in that offense trying to get these 2 yards.
And they're going to hand it off, and it's going to be very close. I don't know if they got it there. He may be short. That's Caslin, who was on the carry. They needed to get to about the 30 for a 1st down.
It's going to be nose to the line here to figure out how they set this one up with the chains.
And I think they're going to give it to him the way they're moving the chains. So they're going to say 1st down. That was so close.
Yeah, if he got it, it was probably by about 2 chain links. Again, great play. I thought he had that edge wide open, but the Shaw Raider DBs came in there and sealed it, scraping off the edge.
And
fumbled on
the ground, and it's going to be recovered by Aaron Grant and Shaw. Excuse me, that is not Aaron Grant. That is Bryson Denson. Shaw comes up with another turnover, the 3rd one of the game for the Carver Tigers, and the Raiders are in it business once again.
Penetration on the defensive side of the ball. They got up there. Carver tried the shovel pass. Did not work. He got back there, interrupted it, disrupted the whole scheme of the play between the running back trying to catch it, the defensive lineman getting back there and stopping it. Ball falls to the ground in all the melee. Shaw's got the ball back here, defensively looking outstanding tonight against the Tigers.
Unbelievable.
Completely different Shaw Raiders defense that we've seen all season long.
This is making me stand up. We got ourselves a game. Peterson and the Raiders in business. Peterson looking. Peterson under duress is just going to heave it out of bounds, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Carver, uncharacteristically, a turnover on downs, and then the ball popping out not once but twice. You have not seen that from them all season long. But this is a game Carver needed. They got to go on the road next week to a really good Sumter County team, and I've said it all year. Carver needs to be in a game in which things are not going their way. They kind of had it with Northside, but this tells you a lot about your team. And if you're Shaw, I mean, if you're Johnny Garden, you can't be more impressed with your defense right now. They are playing their tails off and best all season long for sure.
Oh, yeah, definitely. You didn't expect coming into the day a quarter and a half in, it'd still just be a 3-point ball game.
And Coach Garner says, I need a timeout. So that's what we're going to do. I need everybody to reflect right now. The defending champion is only up 3-0 on Shaw. Don't go anywhere. It's Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everybody. Mike Frost, Thrift Behringer here, Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Shaw has the ball, 2nd down and 10. Carver has 3 turnovers in this game already, and they only lead 3-0.
Looks like they only got 10 on the field waiting for a running back to come out there now.
Problem is, Shaw's done nothing offensively with the turnovers.
Not all. They had that one big play, and they went straight back after that. So.
And that one's going to be tipped up in the air, and is it intercepted? I think Givens came down with it. And that's exactly what happened. It wasn't Givens. That's big number 51 for the Carver Tigers that came down with it, Nuke Simmons. And another turnover, this time by Shaw. Great job by the defensive line for Carver hitting up in the air, and they come with a turnover.
Big play there by the defensive lineman. I mean, you got a 6'3", 300-pound senior out there on the defensive line. He's able to touch the ball. You know he wanted to be able to take off upfield with it. Maybe pull like a Jordan Davis did with the Eagles the other day. But unfortunately, he was already swarmed as the ball came down. He just happened to be the one that could high point it and get it. Shaw again blowing another opportunity to take a lead here and at least get some points on the board.
So first down and 10, Carver. Can they take advantage of the turnover at their own 28-yard line? Hurd and the offense were looking. Don't forget, the finest band in the land is going to be here. It's homecoming. You're going to see Carver Tigers band performing. Handoff, and he is absolutely taken down. Otis Stevens came and laid the boom to Jacoby Castlin, second down.
Otis Stevens, the captain of this defense for the Raiders, coming upfield, wrangling down Castlin, able to get nothing out of it. Again, this Shaw defense has come out strong. If they can get some kind of opportunity here, maybe looks like the only way they're going to get points on the board, where the offense is going with a scoop and score or a pick six or something like that, because this defense is lights out tonight.
Hurd gets it out quickly. And nice job spinning off a tackle, still on his feet. And that is Marte Sears, and he is right at the first down marker. I think they're going to move the chains down. It looks like they already reset the down marker, and that's exactly what's going to happen. They'll move the chains. And it'll be first down and 10 for Carver.
Able to keep them. There's one thing that you've seen from Shaw tonight anyway. If they are giving up anything, they're able to stop them from getting the big plays that Carver's used to having as explosive offense.
First and 10 for Carver. Five minutes. Hurd throws a seed right to Sears off his hands. And that's good defense there by number 5, Braylon Lewis.
Braylon Lewis all over the field tonight so far, the senior DB for Shaw. We've had to call his name quite a few times, whether it's on defensive, just deflecting passes, making tackles in the run game. Another part of this Shaw Raider defense has really been on fire and real focused tonight.
If you're watching on Facebook, like and be a part of the program. Get notifications, and if you're on YouTube, subscribe. 5-10, second down and 10. Hurd gets it out, screen pass. Caslin's got space, got block in the front. There's Caslin, 1 missed tackle, 2 missed tackles, 3 missed tackles, still on his feet, 4th missed tackle. Now he's at the 30, the 25, the 20, patiently picking his way all the way to the 5, knocked out of bounds right outside of the goal line. What a play there by Jacoby Caslin.
Finally had one break loose on him. He was able to break a couple tackles. This Shaw defense been strong all night long. Just couldn't bring down the elusive running back for Carver on that swing pass. He was able to get upfield, wait on some blocks. Great blocking downfield from the wide receiver, T.J. Woodson, helping him get down there to 2.
Handoff. Caslin not able to get in. Shaw not breaking there.
See if this Shaw defense can stifle them down here near the goal line.
No way they can do it again, right? No way. Second down. They have done an amazing job here so far tonight. Hurd, handoff, Caslin. No, Hurd's going to keep it, and he's going to score with ease. Nice fake by Sebastian Hurd, and finally a touchdown's on the board. Carver goes up 9-0.
Just what Carver needed here. That you know that was going to happen. It had to have happened at some point. The Shaw Raider defense playing lights out all night long. Carver's just too big, too much talent, too much speed. They weren't going to keep him out of the end zone all night. Hurd with a beautiful pull there on the RPO. Had the end come in crashing down. He had nothing but green grass in front of him for those 2 yards for the touchdown.
Carver is going to kick the extra point. Kendrick Spencer's out there to make it a 10-point game. Spencer, and a late addition coming on for Carver. Hurd takes the snap. Spencer's kick is up, and it's good. And Carver goes up 10-0. Jacoby Caslin making people miss left and right. And then Hurd on the play fake strolls in for 6. They lead 10-0 on Thursday Night Football. Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. Be right back after this.
Your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Carol Purdue in Phoenix City today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Welcome back, everyone. Mike Frost, Thrift Behringer. Whole lot of Jacoby Caslin right there on that drive, Mike, and it's hard to contain these athletes for super long. They lead 10-0.
Oh, yeah, by far the biggest play of the game so far for Carver. I mean, that 61-yard swing pass able to get him down to 1st and goal of the 2. You knew at some point there was going to be a big play from the Tigers. Just didn't know when it was coming.
And that's where you got to take advantage of good field position and getting turnovers, and Shaw has not done that. They have multiple turnovers and force from Carver, and yet they have not capitalized on any of them. So it's 4:03 remaining here until the half. If you're Shaw, you love nothing more than a drive that can just get you some points, whether it be 3, 7, anything. Keep the ball out of Carver's hands, knowing that you don't get the football. Carver does. So you dang sure don't want to go down 17-0 and make this a 3-possession game before you know it in the second half.
Yeah, you want to get something on the board here. Make it a 1-possession game. Give yourself something to go into the locker room, have an optimistic speech, make your adjustments. Defensively, the adjustments haven't, there's not too many to be made except tackling.
And Peterson's going to get out to Robert Bailey. Bailey's got good blocking in front of him. Spins off a tackle, spins off another, reverses field. There goes Robert Bailey. Robert Bailey in space. And Robert Bailey making plays. A lot of that for about 8 yards. But Bailey won by the great tackle by the Carver Tiger player there.
Yeah, DeMarcus O'Neal was able to track him down. Looks like he was about to find the seam and be able to get upfield.
That was going to be a big-time play for Shaw.
Yeah, the safety able to keep it to a minimal 7-yard gain, what could have been a 81-yarder.
Yeah, and talk about giving your team some confidence. A big play like that most definitely would. Peterson hands it off to Stevens. Stevens has got a big hole. Stevens got good blocking. Stevens busted to the outside, gets the first down, and he'll be pushed out of bounds at the 38.
Yeah, that's going to be the main. That's like just the main objective in the game plan for Shaw tonight is get this ball outside. You've got guys inside for Shaw, 300 plus, too much speed, too much strength up front on the Carver defense. Shaw has to get this ball outside. Great blocking on the edge out there, able to seal that wide receiver. Give Stevens a running lane out there near the sideline, get the first down.
So first down, 2:32, and if you're Shaw, you're in no rush to run some plays. And it's Peterson, Boogeyman Brown, and he just has to throw it. And that may be intentional grounding, Mike.
Well, that's going to be an illegal touching because it went right to an offensive lineman's hand first. So it's going to be at least a 5-yard loss here on the penalty. He stepped back. It was supposed to be a screen pass, but as soon as he turned around to try to throw it, there was a guy in his face, and he just threw it up and hoped somebody would have caught it. Unfortunately, it went to the hands of an offensive lineman.
Northside leads Monday's Mill 14-0. That is on Gas Live or Georgia Alabama Sports Live Facebook page and YouTube channel right now. So 2nd down and 15 for the Raiders.
Let's see if this Carver defense tries to cause another turnover here and get the ball back.
And then a false start on Shaw, as they're going to say on the defense. And yeah, they're going to say offsides on Carver.
Get those 5 yards back after that last penalty.
Second down and 10.
The way they space these receivers, they got them on the outside of the numbers on both sides, so this left hash is wide open.
Handoff. Up the middle, Stevens. Stevens bullying his way for 5, close to 6. And he'll bring up 3rd down and manageable here after the penalty and a nice 5-yard run. 3rd down and about 6.5 will make it a short 7.
He kind of did a little truck stick right there in the line of scrimmage and bowled over somebody. We couldn't make out who it was, but great job by Stevens to just get upfield and get some yards on that one. Give him a 3rd down here. Shaw in no hurry to try to get this snap off. Give Carver too much time on the clock if they do have to punt it away after this.
So 3rd down and long, empty backfield for Peterson. Peterson steps up. Peterson and has nowhere to go, and he'll be taken down for a loss. Good play, good defense there. He had nowhere to go with the football. It'll be 4th down for Shaw.
Yeah, another sack there for the Carver defense. He stepped back. He had a little bit of time there, cut up in the pocket. Looks like he might have had a lane to go to, but he tried to bounce it outside instead of staying upfield, and that pretty much took him right into the teeth of the Carver secondary, and they were able to get upfield and get him before he could even cross the line of scrimmage.
Timeout. We'll say right here, 1:20, Mike. What's your first half thoughts?
Shaw's been more impressive compared to the rest of the season they've had already. They've come out strong on defense. Offensively, a lot of things to fix still throughout the season, averaging 10 points a game, but 32 points came in one game already this season out of the 6. Carver coming in with 52 average, only 10 so far, so the Shaw defense has done their part.
Director of Athletics Kendall Mills in here. You can see my conversation with him on Instagram and Facebook. I'll have a sit-down starting next week. Can't wait to get an update on what's happening around Muskogee County with the head man in charge. Watts will return it to the 35 to 40. There goes Zach Watts. And you knew the freshman was going to have an impact. And he has another one here. I'm looking for flags. There's none. This one's not getting called back. And the Carver Tiger freshman phenom puts him on the board for 6 more.
When they say speed kills, they don't lie. Zach Watts been able to catch that one around the 23-yard line.
Almost fumbled it.
Yeah, took off upfield. It was like it was like a track star running against a bunch of fat boys like me. He just kind of just split that seam and nobody touched him. The freshman was his 3rd punt return for a touchdown in the 7th game of the season. You see why he's going to be a big-time prospect in the years to come here. The freshman already has his 11th touchdown of the year between both special teams and on offense.
And extra point is up, and it is good. And just like that, Carver's already up 17-0. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
We're back, everyone, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live, and you see why Carver can get ahead of you quickly. Playmakers like Zach Watts, who has his third return for a touchdown this season. He also has 4 of them that have been called back. He technically could have 7, and this kid is just an electric phenom that we are going to see for another couple more years. Can you believe that? This guy's in his first year of high school, man.
It's amazing to see a freshman with this kind of talent. Sometimes you'll see some freshmen getting a lot of playing time on teams that aren't really as talented, as stacked, as highly ranked. But to have a freshman out there contributing the way he is.
And handoff up the middle. Robert Bailey's got a big crease. And Robert Bailey again making plays. And then a flag comes out. There may be another 15 yards tacked on, depending what they say about that tackle. But how about the return from Robert Bailey?
Robert Bailey's been almost a one-man show for the Shaw offense tonight, where they're coming out of the backfield, catching passes, returning kicks. He's been probably about the lone bright spot Shaw's had on offense tonight.
Now, defensively, Shaw's held their own. They've only given up 10 points.
Yeah, the defense has been on most of the night against the stellar Carver offense. And if Shaw can find a way to get something out of this right here and get it back to a 2-score game before the half. As like you said, 15 yards tacked on with the personal foul there. It's going to be 1st and 10 now from the Carver 35-yard line with 53 seconds left to go in the half. Big first down play here for the Raiders.
Yeah, and because of the penalty tacked on, they'll start at the 35. Peterson's going to step up. No, he's not. He's going to be taken down for another sack. You get great field position, and then you take a sack.
Yeah, and that's one of those things. You can contribute it, one, to the defensive front for Carver, but you also got to say that was basically a coverage sack. You look downfield, there's basically blankets on those Shaw Raider receivers.
Nowhere to go with the
Nowhere to
football.
go with it. He was looking downfield. He just – at some point at that point, you just got to tuck that ball and run and get what you can instead of dropping about 7 yards on that one, getting that sack with the great field position they started off with.
So 2nd down, penalty will stop the clock at 19 seconds. Shaw's really in a position right here just to heave a couple down the field. They do take a timeout, we'll say right here. Shaw, Northside and Monday's Mill in a good one. Northside was up 14-0 last time I checked. You can go look at that on the Georgia Alabama Sports Live YouTube channel and Facebook page.
Yeah, it looks like it's still there. Northside coming on strong for homecoming tonight.
Tomorrow we got 4 football games we're doing. Griffin, Harris County. We got JAG, that's Johnson Abernathy Gratz School out of Montgomery. That's how you say it. Found that out today. A little research, Mike Frost. Didn't know I did that. So JAG is going to be taking on Smith Station. It's their homecoming. We got Calvary at Pacelli. Talk about 2 schools that do not like each other. And that is going to be a massive one. And then I will be at the game of the week with you, Mike. Russell County hosting Stanhope Elmore, 4-1 versus 6-0. Peterson takes the ball. Under duress, steps up, got nowhere to go, breaks a tackle, still on his feet, breaking and spinning off a couple guys. And I think Shaw's going to get a final timeout. The clock stops with 7 seconds left. And now the clock's running, and I think that's going to be it. Or did they call a timeout?
Yeah, it doesn't look as so. Looks like they mainly need to go to halftime just so the quarterback can seem to recover here, but he may have gotten the timeout in.
Coach Gardner saying he got a timeout. Shaw's saying, Carver saying we're getting off the field. And there's 2 seconds remaining on the clock, and he's saying they did get a timeout. I didn't know if Shaw even had a timeout, but they're saying they did. So 2 seconds will remain on the clock. Carver's still heading to the locker room.
don't know if they're just leaving out the 11 for defense and then that's it, or.
So the defense is going to be out there. The offense and guys that are not a part of the defense are already heading to the locker room for Carver. So 2 seconds remaining for an opportunity to Shaw.
Carver with a little prevent. You got Antoine Watts sitting back near the goal line just in case they try to heave one deep. The Mississippi State commit back there at free safety for Carver tonight.
Peterson will take the snap. Peterson under duress, and he will just get hit by his own teammate. What a bull rush there. Nuke Simmons, Boogeyman, the whole scary crew is able to get a big-time sack there, and that will be the end of the first half. Competitive for the most part, but Carver ends up taking a 17-0 lead. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more. It's homecoming for George Washington Carver High School, and they lead 17-0 over the Raiders.
Everybody, this is DJ Jones with the Sports Visions Morning Show for the best in local, regional, and national sports news. Weekdays from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
You can find the Sports Visions Morning Show on Facebook, YouTube. Also, you can listen to us on Apple and Spotify by typing in the Sports Visions Morning Show, and download the Sports Visions radio app right now in your app store today.
Sports Vision 92.1. We are your hometown sports guys.
Along the Chattahoochee River, City Mills blends historic charm with modern luxury. Stay in boutique-style rooms designed for comfort, just steps away from fine dining at Millhouse Kitchen and Bar. If you're planning a celebration, our event center offers stunning river views, elegant spaces, and a brand new riverside tent. Perfect for weddings, receptions, and special gatherings, rain or shine. Whether you're here to relax, explore, or create lasting memories, City Mills is where history meets hospitality.
Looking for a powerful new Chevrolet or GMC truck and a great deal? Check them out side by side at Glenn Smith in Opelika. Take your choice of new Chevrolet and GMC 1500 trucks discounted up to $12,000 off. Chevy and GMC heavy-duty trucks discounted up to $7,000 off. People from all over the USA save at Glenn Smith Chevrolet GMC in Opelika, Alabama. Get ready to smile.
behalf of George Washington Carver High School, it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the 2025-2026 homecoming season. Tonight, we're not just celebrating a game, we're celebrating legacy, community, and the unshakable Tiger pride that runs through generations. Whether you walked these halls decades ago or just last year, whether you are a proud parent, a spirited student, or a lifelong supporter, you are a part of this Carver family, and tonight we roar together. My name is Mrs. Green, and it is with great pleasure that we now introduce our royal and elegant. We are about to cast your eyes on the majestic candidates, the queens of each class, and our candidates for Mr. and Miss GW. Now for Miss Freshman. The freshman class is delighted to give you their beautiful royal book. Our first candidate for this freshman is Miss Lamaria Bowen. Lamaria is being escorted by her parents, Terrence and Monica Bowen. She describes herself as being admirable, respectful, and please show Miss Bowen some love. Our next candidate for Miss Freshman is Miss Tamoria Grimes. Tamoria is being escorted by her parents, Timothy London and Tiffany London. She describes herself as being kind, sweet, and a social butterfly. Please show some love for Miss Tamoria Grimes.
day for a new Chevrolet from Glen Smith in Opelika. Silverado and Colorado trucks ready to roll. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Try in the mid-size Chevy Colorado ready for work or play. Discounted up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are going to Glen Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
I'm always on the go. But with the Kinetic Credit Union app, Kinetic is always with me. The Kinetic mobile app is virtual banking at its best. With the Kinetic mobile app, I can easily send and receive money, make a deposit, pay some bills, and I can even open up a new account, all from my phone. And I can monitor all my accounts in one place, all on the go. The Kinetic mobile app, energized banking at its best.
Kinetic Credit Union, the energy for your dreams.
Whether you're building your business or finding your dream home, G2 Real Estate is with you every step of the way. Commercial or residential, our mission is the same, turning your vision into reality. With experience, insight, and a commitment to your success, we're more than brokers, we're your partners. G2 Real Estate, building futures one property at a time.
Welcome back, everybody. 17-0 is your score. Mike Frost, quickly, first half thoughts. Let's hear it.
Well, we had a lot of turnovers between both teams. Both of them had 2 turnovers apiece. Carver just able to get the big plays, whether this is a 61-yard pass or the big kick return on the punt from Zach Watts. Has been the real difference in the game. Both defenses playing real tough. Shaw's come out and kind of played aggressive and focused and a little bit better than they have all year on defense-wise. They just got to get some offense going in here to make it a game.
And we are underway, a low kick, and it's going to be returned. And that is number 6, Jamarcus Davis on the return, and Carver set up in territory right now.
Yeah, first half, Carver had 19 carries for 49 yards and that 1 touchdown on the 2-yard scamper from Hurd, who was also 3 of 5 with 78 yards in the air. Just 6 first downs in the first half on 10 minutes time of possession for Carver. Not what they're used to seeing from this explosive offense from the Tigers. Luckily for them, the defense has been able to hold Shaw to just 30 yards total offense, causing a fumble and an interception.
Homecoming just got announced. Shout out to Cameron Bailey, the senior for Carver, on it being homecoming king. Handoff up the middle. Popcorn Tarver with a first down carry.
Kind of like deja vu. First play of the first half was about the same way between Popcorn just getting up the middle, make a couple cuts for about a good 16, 17-yard gain.
Popcorn Tarver with a big game there, and I think the message for Carver has come out. Let's punch him in the mouth, and let's go up by 4 scores. They're up 17-0 here. Hurd gets it out quickly, catching it. Castlin making a people miss. Castlin still on his feet. Good defense by Savion Joseph. And it'll bring up second down and about 6.
Yeah, he's able to hold on to that one, keep from getting too much upfield. Castlin able to break a couple tackles, but Savion able to hold on to him to keep it to a minimum gain at 4.
Hand off to Tarver. Tarver gets 4 yards there. Third down and short.
Yeah, able to get up right at midfield now. That'll set up third down and 2. Let's see if Shaw's defense can bear down again here and either cause a 4th down or maybe even a turnover. keep this a close ball game. Making the adjustment from the offense coordinator over there as he's calling in signals.
Handoff up the middle, Carver. Carver gets 3-4 yards there, and that is going to be a first down for the Tigers.
Just keeping the ball on the ground, running off tackle. Bread and butter. Just move the ball that way. $4 yards of play will get you a first down every time, so nothing wrong with that.
First down inside Shaw territory.
Was that we got false start there on the Carver offense, going to set them back 5.
Yeah, and that's going to bring first down and 15 for Carver. Northside leads Mundy's Mill 14-0 in the second half there.
A little good game over there at Connect Stadium for the good guys.
First and 15. Hurd. Looking. Hurd. Fires. Intercepted. Is picked out of the air. And there goes the Shaw Raider down the sideline. And he's pushed out of bounds. And that is big number 90, LeBron Rabin. Turnover number 4. And the Raiders start the second half with a boom.
Big boy churning down that sideline, trying to get it to the end zone. Just not enough speed to get in there. He gets down to the 8-yard line. Huge
he was running with all his might. He was churning and burning. Either way, big-time play for Shaw. They're deep in Carver territory.
That Shaw defense showing up at the most opportune times there, whether it's turnovers or shutting down fourth down plays on the Carver offense tonight. Not a whole lot working for the Tigers on the offensive side of the ball as Shaw has really come out strong.
And they're going to get the ball out to Otis Stevens. Stevens is not going to get much of anything, and he'll take it back to the original line of scrimmage.
Stevens more of a north and south back.
Yeah.
He just cuts it up with that strength he's got in those legs and just churn them. Get a couple more yards on that play, get them closer to the goal line.
So second down.
Got to give it to these Raiders tonight. They are fighting hard on defense. 3 turnovers caused already for Carver. First interception of the day from Hurd. 2 fumbles on the rushing attack. So
toss sweep. And it's going to be tackle for loss. Nothing. Shaw. And it'll be third down and goal from about the 12-yard line.
Yeah, too much speed on the edge there, cutting up from the defensive back. Being able to get into the backfield and keep them from sealing the edge.
One thing I am taking away from this, Carver is going to have to clean some things up because you start going against an offense that doesn't struggle scoring as much as Shaw has this year. This could be a completely different game right now, but credit to the Carver defense. They have 4 turnovers.
Yeah, it's been wild tonight on both sides of the ball. You hadn't expected a game this close, this late in this ball game.
Make sure you stay on those receivers on the bottom down there in case they're going to pass. You see them down there 8-1.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout.
And there is going to be a timeout. We'll stay right here. Carver leading 17-0, 7-13 in this one. Very uncharacteristic to see Carver turn the ball over the way they have. But, again, I'm going to emphasize, they need games like this. You can't win every game by 80 and then get in the playoffs. You're going to have some battles. And how is your team going to respond? I think this is a good learning experience for Jarvis Jones and the Carver Tigers. On the flip side, I want to be positive for Shaw. If we had a point spread, they would be a 40.5 point Not
if not more. If it had been on DraftKings.
Carver would be a 40.5 point favorite is what I'm trying to say. And Shaw has managed, and their defense has kept them in the game. But they got to get points here.
Yeah, those kids have come off strong on that Shaw Raider defense, flying around, playing disciplined, focused, playing gaps, making big hits, causing turnovers. Like you said, Carver needs a game like this in order. I mean, plus it gives you good film work coming out of this. You can sit there and be like, all right, this is what we need to focus on this week.
Givens. He gets the ball out, and it's a fumble, and it'll be recovered by Shaw. But who else? Number 11, who has been dominant all day, all night long, comes in and rips the football clean. His second forced fumble of the night. You can see this young man's hungry to be back on the field.
Oh, yeah, after coming out after that Northside game when he got injured, the future Aggie coming out playing strong tonight. Coming off that edge. There's not really a whole lot of tackles at the high school level that can handle that kind of speed and power combo.
No chance, and he timed the snap beautifully, too. And it's 4th and a lot.
Yeah, 4th and goal from the 36-yard line.
And if you're Shaw, you're really in no man's land. Too far for a field goal. I don't think you're far enough that you want to punt. Are you just going to just sit here and heave it and just hope for the best?
Yeah, this sort of ball game right here, even though it's a 17-point ball game, it's closer than what you imagined coming in. So at least, I mean, why not go for it? Take a shot, see what happens. Oh, it's going to be a little quick kick.
And it's going to be a little squib kick. That will be downed. Gets a Carver bounce and will be downed at the 22. So turnover by Carver. Again, the defense steps up huge, forces Shaw backwards, and then they have the Raiders punt, and Tigers will take over here. And you think the message has got to be, hold on to the football and let's get a touchdown.
Yeah, you can't score points if you're not protecting the ball here. And like we said, an uncharacteristic 3 turnovers from the Carver offense tonight, both in the air and on the ground. So there's going to be a lot of things to work on. Luckily for Carver, it's the type of game where they can still come out victorious and not have a blemish on their record, but at the same time, it's good time to get film work on Sunday and Monday and try to figure out what to do to correct these mistakes.
Man in motion, trips to the far side, T.J. Woodson to the near side, and it's going to be a hand toss sweep. The Watts bobbing and weaving and getting out to the 40. And that's where they will mark him out at the 40. Referee keeps moving right at the 40.
Yeah, he's one of those kids where as soon as he touched the ball, second step, he's dang near full speed out there.
He runs like a young Todd Gurley.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
He's what he runs like. He runs hard. He's got a lot of speed, deceptive quickness, and he's just overall hard to bring down. Remember how fantastic of a running back Todd Gurley was before the injuries. Hurd's going to fire, and he's going to overshoot his intended target. He was looking there for Jamoni Bryant, and it will fall incomplete.
Yeah, just overshot him there. He had a little bit of an opening there on the drag route coming across from the other side. Not able to dime it in there, and Hurd not really with a big game so far. The one biggest play they've had, the 61-yard pass, was just a little swing pass to the outside that Popcorn turned into a big gain to get him down to the 2.
Yeah, not a lot of offense for the Carver Tigers for sure. Drives that have stalled out. Handoff here is a good tackle by Otis Stevens. That was Watts on the carry. Watts gets right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, great job there to hold on to those ankles and get him down, wrapped him up as he was trying to burst by him in the hole, but Otis Stevens able to hold on and get him down for a 2-yard gain, setting up 3rd and 8 now. Let's see if this Shaw Raider defense has a little bit more magic left in them.
Northside still up 14-0 on Monday's Mill. They're trying to get a big win. Hurd steps up, fires a bullet, and way too far in front of Marte Sears. You see the arm strength there, but overshoots his intended target, and that's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, he had a little bit of pressure coming in there off that backside. Defensive end getting back there and being able to make a play. Caused her to kind of get rid of that before he wanted to. But great way getting upfield by LeBron Raybon.
He's the one that just had the pickoff.
Yeah. He's trying to – I'm surprised he ain't over there getting some oxygen or something on the sideline. He's running around the field tonight.
I tell you what, I would be. I was out of breath coming up these stairs, which these stairs are not friendly to anybody. I underestimated how big they were halfway through.
I don't know if there's worse steps than stadium steps. Like that's always
it's just straight up.
Yeah. And
that
was
you're
always
just
like the
looking
penalty.
like it's never ending. Bat snap, the ball's on the ground, and it's almost blocked. And it will be down at the 24-yard line. 4:50 remaining in this one. Thursday Night Football on Georgia Alabama Sports. I'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everyone, to Georgia Alabama Sports Live Thursday Night Football. Muskogee County night tonight. Northside Mondays Mill, Carver Shaw. And we got two pretty good games going on. Carver leads 17-0 here against Shaw. Mondays Mill, homecoming week for them as well, 14-0. It's Carver's homecoming tonight. Handoff, big hole, on his feet still, weaving his way, and then he gets hit really hard, but that was a good run by number 22, Woodrow Clay, on first down.
Yeah, Givens able to get him up and probably knocked him about 3 yards further forward on that tackle with that speed coming from behind him, but that's going to set up about 2nd down and 2 here. Good 8-yard run on first down for Shaw.
Yeah, nice job, Woodrow Clay. Otis Stevens comes in at running back now. Hand snap to Peterson. Peterson's going to throw it, and there's going to be pass interference. Covering, that was DeMarcus O'Neal. Falling down was Robert Bailey. Both of them were kind of tied up there, but obviously in a play like that, they usually always get the cornerback for pass interference, and that'll be a first down.
Get a little bit of hand fighting on the edge out there, but it looks like he just kind of got a hold of O'Neal's jersey out there, and that's what caused him to throw the flag. So that's going to set up now first down for Shaw. They needed that. They haven't had a first down in a while, whether by penalty or just running it on the ground and getting the yards earned.
Fourth. Hand off to Stevens. Stevens gets a yard gain there.
Got a little bit of chippiness going there along the line. Both teams fighting hard here. Got about a 1-yard gain on that one. As long as Shaw doesn't move the ball backwards,
that's it.
Make the mistakes that they've made earlier in the first half. If they kind of just stay focused on the offensive side of the ball, no turnovers, no mental mistakes, no penalties, they can get 3-4 yards at a time if they want to.
No doubt.
Hit those little quick screens. They started out doing those little quick hitters on the outside first of the game, which is kind of like an extension of the run game, getting those 4 or 5 yards. They've kind of gotten away from that here lately.
3:20 in the quarter. Peterson is just going to have to take the sack. Nowhere to go with it. Tried to step up. Pocket collapse, and he'll be taken down for another sack by that Carver defense.
Yeah, he stepped back. That's one of the things. If you're not going to get rid of the ball quick, you're not going to be able to move the ball in the air against this Carver defense. They're going to get upfield, make some plays. Looks like we got a Carver defender down on the ground now.
Yeah, so we're going to have a Jack Houston Memorial Injury timeout. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everybody. Glad that Nuke Simmons was able to get up on his own accord, and hopefully he's okay. Northside leads Monday's Mill 20-0 now.
Looks like a big region win for the Patriots over there on the other side of town tonight.
And they played some tough games. They beat
have.
Shaw. Now they got beat by some good teams, including Monroe earlier in the year. Northgate, a big 5A school. But then they played Carver tough. The 1-point loss, last week it was the game of the year. They were up by 15 twice on Harris County.
Yeah, that was a backbreaker for the Patriots last week.
3rd down and long for Shaw. And it'll be a handoff. Actually, it'll be a screen pass to Robert Bailey, who battles his way for maybe a yard. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, it's one of those tough things where you have one big sack kind of set you back there. Shaw was able to move the ball upfield a little bit incrementally at a time to try to get a little drive going here. And, again, one play sets them back, and there's not really anything they can do to recover from it.
You got to stay ahead of the sticks, Mike, against this Carver team. When you start getting to 2nd and 10, 2nd and 15, 3rd and 12, and you're just not going to survive.
Yeah, if you're Shaw's offense coordinator right now, if you want to get the ball in the air, it's going to have to be quick hitters. You got to tell your quarterback. Unfortunately, there's no time to read the coverages back there in the defensive backfield. You got guys on routes. Look at your first read. If he's not there, tuck it and run, or find the dump-off man immediately, because you can't step back. There's no 5-7 step drops against this Carver defensive front. They're going to be in your face all night long.
Good punt. And that's going to be Zach Watts. And Zach Watts is a couple people away from taking it to the house again. Are you kidding me? The freshman's going to do it 2 different times. Touchdown, Zach Watts and the Carver Tigers. But there is a flag.
Laundry at the 50.
I told you 4 of them been called back.
It might be 5 now.
5. He's because of how fast he's moving.
Yes.
Guys don't know where he's at.
Nah.
And they hold on to blocks too long, and that's where they get in trouble. They're having a meeting of the minds for the officials near the 40.
Hey, kid, he's just too electric, too quick out there. I mean, to be a freshman and have that kind of ability to make these kind of plays anytime you're out in the open field, it's just fun to watch this kid play. I mean, the whole Watts family coming through Columbus has been amazing to watch, coming through Carver.
Unbelievable, man.
I mean, you got his cousin playing free safety on the other side of the ball for Carver tonight, going to Mississippi State next year. Just nothing but D1 athletes coming out of that family the past few years. He had another cousin with a one-handed interception near the goal line for Louisville last week to kind of seal that win for them.
So that will be called back. The 5th punt return for a touchdown or kickoff return, special teams, that Zach Watts has had taken away from this year. 5. He would have 7 on the year. I'm still going to give him credit for the incredible run.
Yeah, exactly. You can't
regardless,
take that away.
He's breaking plays through 4 or 5 guys in white jerseys.
And had the wherewithal to dive and get it across that pylon.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Handoff up the middle. Castlin. Jeez. Like a joystick. Left, right. And now that is a first down for Jacoby Castlin past midfield.
Yeah, that's that phone booth movement right there. You can't tackle a guy. Yeah. In the middle of that phone booth, it's hard to even bring him down in there. The way he moves side to side, that little quick twitch.
I'm going to find the perfect opportunity to get me a Chris Berman in here. Whoop! Whoop! Got to get it. Hurd setting up the screen pass. Castlin, there he goes. Castlin's got plenty of blockers, and there goes Jacoby Castlin. He's going to take this one all the way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. Set up the screen pass and let the young man do his thing. Castlin goes in, and Carver goes up 23-0.
Beautiful setup there. The entire Shaw front was chasing after Hurd. You had 4 guys coming at him. Nobody found out, oh, no, it's a screen pass. Let me stop. So they all just kept coming. Beautifully set up blocking on the front end there, getting to the second level. Castlin did all the work to get down to the end zone to get the score. Even if they did call back watch, they got in the end zone regardless there. Put them up 20, about to be 24-0, depending on the extra point.
So the Tigers, what they like to say on the hill, are up 24-0 on this brisk fall. Thank goodness, beautiful weather. Homecoming night, Tigers lead by 24.
In Memorial Hospital, our focus is you. Even though we performed more than 1,300 joint replacements last year, we treat you like you are our only patient. Your surgeon explains your joint replacement, so nothing is a surprise. The team knows your treatment plan, and we work together to get you back on your feet again. That's why our hospital is recognized year after year as a leader in patient satisfaction and quality of care. Jack Houston Memorial Hospital. Excellence, always.
Welcome back, everyone. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Jacoby Castlin making people miss. That's what he does, Mike Frost.
Yeah, he's what we would call a dancing fool. He's able to get out there in open field and just make people miss. It's fun watching these athletes for Carver once they get the ball in their hands in the open field. Just
incredible, man.
Yeah, it's kind of like that old movie Dodgeball. Just dip, duck, dive, dodge, and all the way next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And Shaw's going to return that at the 10. Oh, nice juke. And that was actually a pretty good move by Woodrow Clay. And will be pushed out of bounds with 12 seconds remaining.
Let's see if Shaw can try to come up with something here. At least get something on the board here, something positive on the offensive side where most of their struggles have been. Really, that's the first big play to be able to reach the end zone for Shaw. They've had 2 big plays on offense for Carver tonight. One a 61-yarder that set them down at the 2 for the Hurd run in, but that's the first big score they've had on offense for what's been an explosive offense all year long. Like we said earlier, 52 points a game.
Handoff, and there goes Otis Stevens around the right end, and he'll get 3 yards there. And that will be the final play of the third quarter. Carver adds another score. They lead 24-0 in a hard-fought contest between the Tigers and the Raiders on Georgia Alabama Sports. I'll be right back after this.
Alabama Sports Live wants to say thank you to Zaxby's for their continued partnership with us for over the last couple of years since we started this. Your partnership has meant the world for us to give you premier coverage for all the local sporting events around the Chattahoochee Valley area. And specifically, I want to thank Judson Humphreys, my good friend, and the Phoenix City location being with us from the very beginning, man.
Absolutely. Well, we just appreciate what y'all do in the community for these student athletes, and we just want to be a part of it.
Whether it's tailgating, parties, or you just want a quick bite to eat, come to the Phoenix City Zaxby's location and tell them Georgia Alabama Sports Live and Thrift sent you. Thank you again to Judson Humphreys and Zaxby's for our continued partnership on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Welcome back, everyone. Shaw will have the football second down at their 28-yard line. Start of the fourth quarter here. Last time I checked, it is 20-0. Northside leading over Monday's, 20-6, excuse me. Northside and Monday's Mill. You can catch that on Georgia Alabama Sports Live right now. Doubleheader tonight. Quadruple header tomorrow. Handoff. Fumble. And Givens is right there. Did he get on top of it? And it looks like Shaw may have it. Oh, nope, Givens does have it. And that is going to be a recovery. So a fumble recovery and another forced fumble. Givens having himself a game. And I think we may have a leader in the hen house for player of the game. His first one back. He's got a couple of sacks, a couple of forced fumbles, and now a fumble recovery. He's been unblockable here, and Carver can really put it away with a score, which I would expect maybe they're going to go for the jugular on the first play. Wouldn't be surprised here, Mike.
Nah, not at all. You'd expect it at this point to try and get it in there quickly and kind of deject the entire Raider sideline. There's a reason why Tristan Givens is the 24th ranked player in the entire country. You're seeing that tonight, his first game back from injury, making a big impact on the defense with multiple sacks, forcing fumbles, recovering fumbles. Just all in the face of the Shaw offense tonight.
So Hurd in the offense at the 24 after the fumble recovery. Sebastian, fade route, wide open, off the fingertips of Marte Sears' hands. Nice thrown football, just out of the reach of number 15 in black, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, that's the first deep ball he's been able to throw tonight and kind of get close. He's had a couple of them that he's overshot. That one was just off the fingertips, maybe with a little bit of a dive there, but it would have been a tough catch either way for the wide out. See if they try to go deep again, try to maybe catch him off guard on the other side of the field here on the short side.
2nd out. You're right, Mike, and it's 2nd down, and it's going to be a shovel pass to Castlin, and Castlin keeps his feet and wits about him and gets 7-8 yards there.
Yeah, good little movement there. He's a quick one out there. He's able to get around, move the ball. He's probably about the most dependable player they've had on offense tonight, being able to move the ball in big-time situations.
And handoff up the middle. Popcorn. Tarver says, I'm going to get in on the act. He's in for a score. So Castle's got one, Watts has got one, and add Tarver to it, and that's a three-headed monster for the Carver Tigers. They're up 30-0.
Yeah, you expected at some point Popcorn was going to get in there and break free.
Who knew it? He said, hold up. It's not a party until Tarver's here. Get your popcorn.
You got a little TO action out there.
Carver starting to pull away here. They're up 30-0 on homecoming night. And Spencer makes it 31-0. That's the thing, though, about Carver. They say they're just like a boa constrictor. They just keep tightening and tightening and tightening their grip, and then you just don't have any life anymore. And it looks like Carver sucking the life out of Shaw. They lead 31-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
Great day for a new Chevrolet from Glenn Smith in Opelika. Silverado and Colorado trucks ready to roll. Get going in a powerful new full-size Chevrolet Silverado with discounts up to $13,500 off. Drive away in the mid-size Chevy Colorado ready for work or play. Discounted up to $4,000 off. People from all over the USA are going to Glenn Smith Chevrolet. Get ready to drive and get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everybody, here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Carver set to kick off. They lead 31-0. Mike?
Yeah, great drive on that one. You expected them to kind of go for the jugular on that last one after causing the turnover. Givens again in the middle of it. I mean, the third-ranked edge rusher in all the country in this class right here. He's going to be a great addition to the Texas A&M defense down there in College Station next year. I wouldn't be surprised to see him on the field his freshman year.
Good kick over the head of Shaw, and that'll be a touchback, and I'm with you on that. Mike Frost, it's 31-0.
Yeah, we'd like to see Shaw at least try to get something here if you're the Raiders coach, you want to have some kind of positive something to look at on the game film for your offense. Tonight there hasn't been a whole lot to be proud of on that side of the ball between turnovers, penalties.
Especially when you've had multiple chances deep in Carver territory to make something happen and you haven't come up with any points. It's definitely very frustrating.
Oh, yeah, especially, I mean, they had one possession down, first and goal, and basically ended up having to punt.
Yep.
You don't hear about that too often to get the ball inside the 10 and you end up punting down the fourth. So.
And that's going to be a handoff. Otis Stevens who gets leveled. But does get 5-4. We'll see a generous 5 there on first down.
Yeah, he's been one of the more consistent players on offense tonight for Shaw between Otis Stevens and Robert Bailey. Both two bright spots they've got on that offense. But it's going to take Shaw getting the ball out quick if they're going to go in the air here.
Tomorrow at this same stadium, we unfortunately will not be here to broadcast it, is Spencer and Sumter County. That is going to be a massive game. That's who Carver plays on the road next week. As Peterson is going to be taken down for another sack, and then it picks him up and throws him down, and he's going to get a penalty on that. That was number 5, Mike, Jaden Taylor, the linebacker, that did a wrestling move on Peterson, and he has been taking a beating here today.
Yeah, Taylor got back there quickly and was able to chase him down, but made the mistake of trying to pick him up and throw him to the ground. They're going to get him on a personal foul for excessive there, as we got an offensive lineman being tended to for the Shaw Raiders right now.
And injury timeout. Offensive lineman coming up gimpy for Shaw.
Yeah, he'll be coming out. They've got his replacement in there now, getting ready to line up. Looks like it's going to be 15 yards tacked on now. Looks like they're going to have the ball 1st and 10 around the 37.
So 1st and 10 for the Carver Tigers, for the Shaw Raiders. Peterson will hand it off to Stevens. Stevens will gain about 5 there on first down.
Stevens is running hard tonight. I wouldn't be surprised to see him get the ball. Get the ball more throughout the rest of this regular season. He's kind of proved himself tonight, toting the rock against a tough Carver defense.
So 2nd down for Shaw. Carver's north side scores. They're up 26-6 with 6 minutes left in that one. And Stevens gets hit hard. There is Givens that's pursuing him. Bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, it seems like they've kind of moved Givens to more of an outside linebacker role tonight instead of just playing the edge. He's able to get up on 2 feet instead of putting a hand down, kind of get inside those slot receivers, and then he's just setting the edge on those outside runs to that side and keeping Shaw from getting anything going.
That'll be 3rd down.
So 3rd and 9, not really the type of situation Shaw's offense has been able to do much in tonight.
Especially against this defense.
Yeah, Carver, you know they're going to pin those ears back and try to get back there and wreak havoc again, maybe try to cause another turnover.
3rd down for Shaw. Peterson. I don't know how, I think Shaw's only had maybe 1 or 2 3rd downs they've completed, and this won't be one of them. Peterson gets taken down for another sack, 4th down, and it'll be another punt situation for Shaw.
Yeah, same story, same song throughout the entire night for the Shaw offense. Not been able to do anything against this Carver front, get a couple plays here and there, moving the ball about 4 or 5 yards at a pop, but then you start making those mistakes and miss a block here, miss a block there, and that Carver front's just too fast, too agile, too strong. You can't afford to do that. It's going to set up 4th and 10 here now. Is this going to be another punt situation?
And Watts is waiting on it. He's already had one called back, and he's returned one for a touchdown. Won't do anything with that one. And the clock will keep running. Here in the 4th, he'll stop with 6:54 left here in the 4th. Carver up 31-0 on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. We'll have our Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game. Don't forget, tomorrow we'll have Richard Holdridge's Halftime Update Show presented by the Beck Center, plus the Scoreboard Show. Busy Friday night on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
It's going to be a fun one, that's for sure.
So 1st and 10. Hurd slings it deep, fires it, and it goes right through the hands of number 5, Jaden Taylor. Excuse me, not Jaden Taylor. That is Jamarcus Davis. Davis was open, hit him right in stride. That could not have been a more beautifully thrown football by the left-handed assassin, box top Hurd. And it just goes right through the hands.
Yeah, you hate to see that. He had him beat deep, had the step on him. It was right in the hands, dropped it in the basket. But there was a hole in the basket. The wicker broke or something, and then they drop it to the ground regardless.
So 2nd down and 10 for Hurd. Hurd's going to fire another deep one. This one from Marte Sears, and he overshoots him by 10 yards. Hurd not very efficient here today. But it hasn't needed to be because the defense has been lights out and they've been able to run the football.
Yeah, the deep ball hasn't been there like it has throughout this season. He's had a couple big plays, but they've both been to the run to Castlin on swing passes and screens. That'll be something you'll see them looking to work on this week there before next week's game.
Yeah, massive one against Sumter County next Friday night.
So we got a Shaw defender down.
We got an injury timeout. We'll step away for a second. We'll be right back after this.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a Jack Houston Memorial Injury Timeout. Shaw was able to come up on his own accord. It'll be 3rd down and long.
See if they try to maybe take another deep shot here or just try to get that 1st down so they can reset it. Keep this drive going here halfway through the 4th.
And he'll set up a screen pass to Zach Watson. It goes through his hands. And the ball will be dead. Watts probably had enough room to get at least the 1st down, maybe more if he had caught it. It goes through his hands. It'll bring 4th down and 10.
Yeah, it seems like Hurd got a little bit of fidgety on those feet. He didn't set them with the Shaw defenders coming after him. It was sailed just a little bit high. Watts on the run, not able to make the stop and plant and get up and hit that high point, but made the effort just a little bit too tall for him. Looks like Carver's going to punt this one away now.
We'll have an interview with Jarvis Jones after this game, and hopefully be able to get that on Instagram and Facebook for everybody to see as well. Make sure to like us on Instagram. We drop our rankings. Carver came in number 1. We drop our power rankings for softball, and that pun is up. Softball and volleyball recently. Plus, we had the Georgia Alabama Sports Live show last night, and we do it Sunday night as well. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. We cover all things Chattahoochee Valley sports area. 15 schools, part of our coverage. And after the punt, Carver and Shaw will, offense will start, Mike, right about the 27-yard line. If you're Shaw, I guess let's get in the end zone, make yourself feel good, at least get a touchdown, right, instead of getting shut out in back-to-back games.
Yeah, you want to be able to at least work the ball downfield, get some kind of movement here, get a drive going. They haven't been able to do much of anything all night on offense. Just getting stalled out left and right here.
And they'll hand it off to Otis Stevens. Stevens looks like he gets 5 or 6 yards a pop every time he touches it. He's ran hard all game long.
Yeah, he has. He's been a bright spot for that Shaw offense. Hasn't caused too many mistakes out there. Hasn't turned the ball over. Been able to move pretty easily. Runs hard, runs a little bit shifty, but he's mainly a north-south running back, and that's working right now against this Carver front.
It's second down. Hand off Stevens. Stevens up the middle. Stevens, big hole. Stevens still on his feet. Otis Stevens running hard, and he'll be tackled at the 47 of Carver. Big run by number 0 in white.
Yeah, big highlight run right there. He was able to get upfield, break a tackle or two, spin off another one once he reached the second level. Big gain there. Got him about, about 21 yards on that run. You like to see it. Keep churning, keep fighting, regardless of what the score is right now and what time we got left in this game. Otis Stevens, definitely a leader for that Raider offense.
First and 10. And Woodrow Clay gets nothing but, he even loses 3 yards. Second down and 13.
Yeah, they tried the counter run on that one, but just that little bit of stall in the backfield trying to do that counter. Let that speed of the Carver defense get upfield, coming off the edge on the corner blitz. As soon as he got the ball and tried to get up in the hole, he was hit about 3 yards deep in the backfield and gets dropped right there at midfield. That'll be second and 13 now.
Northside now up 34-6 on Monday's Mill. Big win for Northside to look like they're going to be going to 2-4 on the year. Peterson leveled, and then the receiver also leveled Marquell Charleston, and Peterson's been taking a beating today.
Yeah, I think when Peterson gets home tonight, when he falls asleep, he's going to have nightmares about Tristan Givens in his face. Another hit from big number 11 on the Carver defense.
He has just been lights out.
Another big hit out wide on the receiver there. As soon as the ball touched his hands, he's laid out. He didn't have a chance to get that one as well. Third and 13 now from midfield for Shaw.
Third down. Handoff Stevens. Stevens loses the football, and that is Jaden Taylor who forced it. It will be picked up by big number 99, the boogeyman, Kingston Brown. And Carver gets the turnover.
I guess you can call that the commentator's curse. We were just talking about how Stevens has been the lone bright spot. Ends up fumbling here late in the fourth quarter. The drive could have been stalled regardless with it being third and long, but you hate to have a turnover this late in the game when you're trying to get some kind of positive. It sets up Carver now with first and 10 at the Shaw Raider 47-yard line.
Sebastian hands it off to Tarver. Tarver's got a big hole. There goes Popcorn Tarver. Tarver weaving his way to the 20, 10, and pushed out right at the 5-yard line. easy run there. And those holes that were clogged up early on, those linebackers that were there to meet the running back early on, or lack thereof now. You got a tired Shaw defense, it seems like, Mike Frost.
Yeah, they've been out there all night long going against this tough front for the Carver offensive line and playing a great game, but right now at this point it's just mano a mano.
And then a flag is called.
Not a whole lot Shaw can do on defense right now, just worn down out here on the field all night long.
31-0, here's your score. And after the penalty, you'll back them up 5 yards. It'll be first and goal from the 10-yard line. I'll have an interview with Jarvis Jones coming up after this. And we're going to have our player of the game here in just a moment. Handoff, Carver, easy pickings. And that will make it 37-0. Tigers on top.
Just another day at the office for that offense right there, the three-headed monster in the backfield for Carver. Even on nights like tonight where Sebastian Hurd's struggling with the deep ball, doesn't matter much when you got guys like Popcorn Tarver, you've got Castlin back there, you've got Watts back there. Just pick your poison. Whoever's the hot hand, keep handing it over to them. Let them run this offense down the field.
Shaw played them tough in that first half. But here in the second half, he just wore them down. And they're about to go 38-0. Spencer. It's all Carver now. Homecoming night belonging to the Tigers. We'll take a break. We'll be right back after this. And you got it. You're seeing there an excited Carver Tigers sideline Mike Frost. And it's a hard-fought game. They needed it. But they're going to have to clean up some of those turnovers next week when they go on the road at America Sumter, because there's going to be a little bit tougher keeping them out of the end zone, especially if you gift-wrapped a couple turnovers like you did tonight.
Yeah, there's been 2 possessions we know of where they gave the ball back over to Shaw around the red zone or even closer. Fortunately for them, Shaw wasn't able to do anything with the ball, but you go against teams with a more stout offense like America Sumter down there, it would be a lot tougher ball game, and you wouldn't have the ability to kind of still break loose here in the second half.
Spencer and Sumter County play tomorrow here at Otis Spencer Stadium. Shaw will set up shop deep inside their own territory.
Yeah, it looks like somebody may have been watching pro ball or something like that a little bit too often because they thought they could just down the ball, and now they're going to end up with first down at the 3.
Don't happen.
There's no automatic
happens in the NFL,
yeah.
doesn't happen here.
No automatic touchbacks back there on the kick returns in high school ball.
And that may be a safety. Didn't even get out of the end zone, and that is exactly what it's going to be. Safety. Jaden Taylor, a forced fumble, now a safety. And that is going to be 40-0. Carver's going to get the football back with 2:38 remaining.
Yeah, not what you want to do there. It gives them the 40 burger, and they get the ball back. They'll be able to run this clock down if they want to from here on out. Put this game on ice easily here, and now they'll be able to go home and get ready for this game against America Sumter coming up. Retain this lead as far as being the top seed in the region.
So now they'll have to punt it. 2:38 here left in this one. Carver leading 40-0 after the safety. They'll get it on the punt. So, still waiting on the punt. Get everybody set.
It's going to be a good field position for Carver either way.
I don't expect to see Hurd coming out. That is just going to be a short punt, and it's going to be returned. And nope, stop there, and Carver will get it at the Shaw 43.
Let's see if they just try to run this one out or put another one in the end zone and get this score a little bit more distant.
And while we're sitting here, we might as well name them. The Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game goes to Tristan Givens of Carver. He was absolutely obliterating Shaw's offense. He several quarterback hurries, a couple of sacks, a couple forced fumbles, a fumble recovery. He was just a nightmare for Dylan Peterson all game long.
Yeah, it's wild watching it. It's fun watching this kid. 6'4", 215, 24th ranked prospect in the entire country, the 3rd ranked edge rusher going to Texas A&M. It's going to be fun watching what he does on this Carver defense the rest of this season.
And there goes Caslin. And Caslin still on his feet. Caslin breaking tacklers. And Caslin finally will be taken down there. But it's going to be a big win here for the Carver Tigers. As they're going to win this.
Yeah, fairly handily after the way this game started.
Yeah. It's a great job by the Carver Tigers. I'm going to let Mike Frost finish it up. I'm going to head down there and try to catch Jarvis Jones for a game-winning interview.
Hand the ball off. Up the middle. There he goes again. Setting us up down to the 19-yard line. Caslin with another first down. 10-yard run there as this clock continues to bleed.
Yes, he's got your mic.
Set up with the 2 backs in the backfield now. Down to a minute and a half and counting. Throw the ball out. Caught. Great catch and move there. Look like Martez Huff again on making that catch. They set it up now as 1st and goal at the 3 after the 16-yard. Hand it off. And there goes Caslin into the end zone for another touchdown. Another on the ground as this clock ticks down. We got about 44 seconds to go. Carver goes up 46-0 here as we get ready for the extra point to come. Carver's offense turning it on here in the second half. Struggled in the first half with only 127 yards of offense. They've got close to 250 just in the second half alone. As they just wore down this Shaw Raider defense. Shaw coming out strong tonight, but Carver with just too much depth and too much talent in that backfield. Shaw really kept the passing game nullified for Carver tonight. Looks like the clock's just going to tick on down here. They're going to go running clock with the way the score is. Spencer kicks it up in the air. Gets another extra point, and that'll put us up 47 now. 47-0 as the clock continues to tick. Looks like that's going to end our ball game here as it goes down to the 10-second mark and keeps going. Both teams getting ready to meet at midfield to shake hands. And again tonight, like we talked about with the Alex Quinney All-State Good Hands Player of the Game being Tristan Givens, like to hand it the the entire Carver offense for turning it around here in the second half. On their homecoming night, ended up with a 47-0 win to stay undefeated. They moved to 7-0 on the season. Carver dropping down to 1-6. The lone win coming against Hardaway as they look to try at least come around, get a couple wins to end the season here and turn around a little bit. Carver looking to go down to America's Sumter, trying to keep this undefeated record going to stay number 1 in the region. Like we said, later on in the game here, we're going to have an interview going on with Thrift and Coach Jarvis Jones. Like we said, with Carver coming out with about 250 yards there on about 24 plays. After the first half, they ran 24 plays and ended up with about 127 yards, keeping that Shaw offense off the field as well, causing turnovers all night long, sacks, fumbles. They did no time to throw the ball. If it wasn't for the quick hitters, they probably wouldn't have had too many yardage. They broke away from it, starting the game off with those bubble screens and throws to the outside to try to get about 4 or 5 yards at a pop. Then they tried to turn to the 5- and 7-step drops and didn't seem to work too well against this Carver defense. Jarvis Jones able to rely on that defense tonight as the offense started off slow. 2 turnovers in the first half, then a pick at some point. But like we said, Sebastian Hurd, not his greatest game, but again, he's a freshman. So you got him and Watts back there in the backfield for the next 3 years after this. Hurd's going to be doing some learning here, and he gets a good learning opportunity here against the Raiders as Garner had his defense ready to go. As we're getting ready here for Thrift to go downfield and meet Jarvis Jones for a little post-game interview out there on the ball field. Thrift a lot quicker than me, able to get down there quickly to meet him on the field before they get down into the locker room. Again, another big region win for Carver here as we get ready to watch this on homecoming. Everybody's starting to peel out of here as they get ready to go. And we've still got Northside over on the other side of town. Let's see how they're doing tonight. And right now, looks like that one ended not too long ago. You had Northside with a big region win. They needed that one bad to come back. They were up 34-12 towards the end of the game. It was their homecoming night as well out there at Connect Stadium.
We're going to throw to Thrift.
You know, as we get ready to throw down to Thrift, he's going to meet with Jarvis Jones down there. We'll get to him just here in a second.
What's up, everyone? Welcome in. I'm with winning head coach Carver, homecoming. Jarvis Jones, congratulations, Coach. Thank you so much for your time, man. All right, let's get into it. Kind of off to a slow start. Uncharacteristic turnovers in that first half. What was the message to your team in the second half to come out and dominate like you did?
I think we just had to win the trenches, one play at a time, one moment at a time, and just be in the process that we in. You know, I think we try to do too much the first half. And the second half, we just got back to our basics, running the ball and just doing it one play at a time. And you know, we got the ball rolling some in the second half. Still a lot we need to work on, though.
Yeah, and let's talk about the trenches. Tristan Gibbons was back. He had a couple sacks, a couple forced fumbles, a fumble recovery. The guy was lights out. He was our player of the game. Talk about what it means to have number 11 back on the field.
I mean, just having Tristan on the field, man, it makes our defense so much more faster, be able to cover more ground. And, man, he's so athletic, man. You know, we can move him around, put him in different spots, and be able to make plays. So I'm excited while Sheila can go as a defense, especially with a healthy Tristan.
All right, Coach, you're undefeated right now. How do you feel about your team as you head into that final stretch of the season, right?
I feel great, man. I feel great. I think we're trending in the right direction. Of course, there's things that we continue to got to work on and continue to got to get better on in all 3 phases of the game. And we'll take a good look at this film and see what we need to work at, and we'll focus on that going into this week against something.
Yeah, that's pretty much for the region championship. Finally, Coach, talk about your freshman quarterback, Sebastian Hurd. Had a few hiccups in that first half. Looked like he settled down. How do you feel about his progression now through the season?
I mean, he's doing everything we asked him to do, man. I couldn't be more proud of Sebastian. You know, he got to let a couple throws get away from him that we had early on and late. But that's just, you know, freshman growing pain. He's 14 years old, and he's learning, man. We want to put him in this situation so he can see it, so he can grow from it. And I'm excited about his ceiling, man, and where we can go with him. We're just going to keep working him, keep putting him in a situation that he can grow from. So the team got his back, everybody's supporting him, and we're excited about it.
You crack a little bit of a smile, Coach. You won on homecoming. Great job, man. Great win. Look forward to seeing you the rest of the season.
Yes, sir, man.
That is Jarvis Jones. We'll see you next time on Georgia Alabama Sports Live.
And we get ready to wrap this one up here at Otis Spencer Stadium. Again, Carver with a 47-0 win in the region on homecoming night as they hold Shaw to just 27 yards of total offense throughout the game. Great defensive night. Great defensive effort over there by Tristan Givens, our All-State good Alex Quinney, good hands player of the game. As we get ready to wrap this one up here at Otis Spencer Stadium, we'd like to thank our sponsors, Glenn Smith Chevrolet, Kinetic Credit Union, Coca-Cola, Houston Clinic, and Valley Hospitality at Houlihan's. As we get ready to see y'all, we'll see y'all tomorrow night here on Georgia Alabama Sports Live. Thanks again to Thrift Behringer, Mike